Hello, everybody! Yeah. Yeah. How's everyone's Saturday going, y'all? How's everyone feeling? You having a good one? I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I am all home alone. Not only has my wife left me, all of Stumped has left me. I'm the only Stumped guy in Portland at the moment, and it's sad. So, this Ash is going to have to entertain himself with a solo stream today. We're going to be playing some Diablo 3. We're going to be checking out the new Season 16, which released yesterday. For those of you that don't follow Diablo, I can understand, because it's a game that came out in 2013 or 2012. It's been a long time. Season 16, it introduces a pretty crazy new item that allows you to get set item bonuses for one set item less than what would normally be required, if that makes sense. Am I explaining that right? Let's just bring it up. I'll show you guys. Where's the thing that talks about Season 16? Hello? There we go. There we go. Everyone starts off with this ring here. Reduces the number of items needed for set bonuses by 1. That's probably a better way of saying it. How's everyone doing, y'all? So yeah, I'm gonna be rolling a brand new character in Diablo 3, and we're just gonna be chilling. It's really not a high-stress game at all. I recently beat Diablo 3 just last weekend, because I got sort of hyped to play it again because of this season. I hadn't played it in a couple of years, and it's just crazy how easy the game is now. And oh, what? Bcart 6184 with the 100 biddies. Thank you so much. Drop some hypes, y'all. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. If those of you that didn't catch it, last night I did a silly computer build stream. It wasn't silly. It was probably pretty boring to watch, if I'm honest. But I streamed for like 3.5 hours last night just building up a new computer for myself. That's not the computer that I'm streaming on today. I'm streaming on Linda. That new computer is replacing my personal computer downstairs, and I still have to finish installing Windows on it and stuff like that. But it's working, and I'm super happy that we managed to successfully build it last night. All the boxes are still there, yes. Let's see. I did tidy up a little bit before the stream, but yeah, there's a big pile of boxes back there, and it was a mess when I came in here tonight because I did not tidy up at all last night after we finished. I immediately after finishing building that computer, I started installing Windows on it, but I had to mainly just start finishing editing our year in review, which is releasing in like half an hour on YouTube. It's like 2.5 hours long. We talk too much, y'all. We're good at talking. Anyway, so you'll have lots to watch today. You talk just the right amount. Thank you. All right. Let's get into some Diablo 3, y'all. What do you say? You have a gaming computer in a cart online. Oh, you're like ready to pull the trigger on it? You're just trying to like motivate yourself to spend that money? It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. All right. Let me get this thing into full screen, y'all. There we go. That hasn't popped up yet on my thing. That was Canofudo with the Twitch Prime sub. Bear stream? Bear sub. Thank you so much for the 11 months. Drop them bears, y'all. I don't know why my Streamlabs isn't refreshing that. That sucks. Is it filtering that out? No, subs should be showing. Streamlabs has been wonky the past couple weeks from what I've heard from other people. Okay. Why does that look incredibly quiet to you guys? There we go. Now I'm curious if that's going to be like incredibly loud to you guys. We'll roll with it. We'll see if we need to turn that down. Music's on, everything's on. Cool, cool, cool. What was that? Ice Chang with the 18 months. Thank you for 18 wonderful months to many more. Thank you so much, Ice Chang. Bam. Okay. 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 I think we're ready, y'all. What's new? Season 16 has begun. We're going to start a new season hero from scratch. Dude, look at these moth wings. They look awesome. Oh man, okay, and so this particular set that you get as a season reward is all about using Rain of Vengeance as a demon hunter. Oh, never mind. I'll admit I've never really explored the seasons that much. So there's different for each class. Okay. What's cool for Demon Hunter? I'll admit I'm not a big fan of Rain of Vengeance. But I'm still going to go Demon Hunter for sure. Okay. Let's create a new season hero. If you use the right version of Rain of Vengeance, you can do a lot. I'm sure. There's stuff that I need to explore there. On my most recent character, I was also a Demon Hunter, and I was mostly rocking Fan of Knives and Strafe. Like, I was basically holding down Strafe the entire time. And I believe Rain of Vengeance replaces Strafe, and I just could not justify getting rid of Strafe. So we're going to rock female Demon Hunter for sure. What is our character name going to be? Y'all give me some good female Demon Hunter names. Oh, Zoolander. Okay, you use Strafe and then you mash Rain of Vengeance when it's off cooldown. Well, maybe we'll roll with that, since this season the set is all about Rain of Vengeance, so it seems like a good thing to do. Does that mean that Rain of Vengeance replaces Fan of Knives? I assume that's what it replaces. Bob, Jessica, Phobos, Linda. Ah, this could be Linda. You know what? I like that. This is going to be Linda. Yep. Next, a new start, completely fresh. You will not be able to use non-seasonal items in your stash. You will start with 0 gold, and you will have to retrain your artisans. That's tough, but I'm okay with it. Let's go. That is partially why the game felt so easy for me when I started it up again, is that I had like a maxed out blacksmith, maxed out gem crafter, and I had all this gold and crafting material that I could pull from. Since we are starting from like bare bones scratch, do we want to just start normal, or do you think we start it off harder? With my most recent character I made, I was doing expert. You know, I wouldn't be opposed, Eye-Strang. I know you reached out to me. Let's see here. Let's see if we want to get some people into this with me. I won't be able to, at the moment anyway, get you guys into voice chat, but if there's some subs that want to join me in my party, just to party along with me, I think we're going to go hard, actually. Save and close. Eye-Strang, I can't remember if I have you as a buddy. If not, reach out to me on Discord. Let's see here. Torment Plus is best? Well, listen, maybe if you're like the best player in the world, I don't claim to be. Okay. Mr. Seam, if you would also like to join, reach out to me on Discord and let me know your name. Also, thank you for those itty bitties to Darling Art Creations. Thank you so much. Let's see, Eye-Strang is going to go Necromancer. Oh, sorry, y'all. There we go. Why don't I see Mr. Seam in here, though? Mifner, if you would like to join, feel free to reach out to me on Discord. Let me know your name. If you have it installed and you're ready to go. Alright, we got Mr. Seam in. And now we're going to get Mifner in as well. So, we're going to have... Ooh, I like this group here. We're going to have... Demon Hunter is me. We're going to have Ice Chang as the Necromancer. We're going to have Mr. Seam as the Witch Doctor. And we're going to have Mifner, who is Skav here, as a monk. I like that. Okay. I think we're going to be playing on hard difficulty. And yeah, sounds good. Let's get into it. Let's just do it, y'all. I'll also admit, I'm not one for the story because I've done the story like 100 times. So this is going to be mostly a speed through crush things like session.
The fallen star.
I've never tried the Necromancer. The Necromancer's pretty fun. I'll admit. Is that loud? Let me know if that's loud, chat. That looks like that might be loud.
I have come to aid these lands.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
Okay. I just turned it down a little bit. I can turn it down more if needed. Just let me know.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. We'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
The creepy hands! The creepy hands! Alright. We're talking to Leah. Leah's gonna talk about weird stuff in this town, and then all these people are gonna throw up. It's gonna be gross.
This is killing business.
We go back here. I think we get this book.
We've been under siege for 6 days.
Coolio. And what else are we supposed to do in here? There was something else. No? Okay. Come on. Okay. I need to talk to Captain Rumsford.
16 militiamen went out, only Rumford came back.
I'm curious, chat, how many people out there are Diablo fans? How many of you, I guess the better question, how many out there have not played Diablo 3? Or Diablo 2? like it's a Blizzard series. I feel like most people have at least tried it. Thunderjaw with a brand new Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much. Drop them bears. We've got a few people out there in chat that have never played it. So I'll rant a little bit about this game. When this game first came out, I won't say it was bad. It was not nearly as good as it is now. They really hamstrung the game by having a real money auction house. So, like, if you got a really cool item that wasn't account bound, then you could sell that item on an auction house in the game for real money. And it sucked because good items would take an extremely long time to drop, and it just really made it hard to just have fun and get good gear and steamroll in the game, which is what this game's all about. It's about steamrolling and going nuts and having fun. So it was, I don't know, a couple years after it came out that they decided, you know what? Yeah, we did something wrong with this game. We're going to get rid of the auction house entirely. We're going to increase the drop rates by an insane amount. Like, they really did. It was a night and day difference when they did that. Suddenly, blues and yellows and oranges were dropping at a very common rate, whereas before, you were lucky to get an orange maybe twice before you beat the game. Now, you get oranges all the time. It was great. It was great what they did, and I think if you were turned off by the game when it first came out, it is a completely different game now. I'm a little OCD about running along the edges of the map and just revealing the fog of war. It's stupid, it's pointless, but I like doing it.
I feel more powerful.
I like that we're all leveling up at the same time. Go in here.
All of these chests are empty. Something isn't right here.
This sounds like my type of game. It is, like, genuinely, if you've never played this game, it's a fantastic game. I know it goes on sale a decent amount with all the expansions. I assume that you can get it with all the expansions for like $20, but maybe I'm wrong. Looking forward to getting Dash, people are saying. I finally got my Cal drops. Just spam down. Oh, those hands look so gross coming out of the ground. That's the Necromancer that does that, and it's a really cool move. I'm curious if our Necromancer is going to go for getting skeletons, or which demons he's going to go for getting. Or she. I think it's a female Necromancer. Ice Strings. $30 it says. Does that include all of the DLC, including the new Necromancer DLC? I hope that it does, because the Necromancer is definitely worthwhile.
I need more hatred to do that. Become stronger.
I have not equipped any items yet because I've not felt the need to. Oh. One of the things that I've run into playing on my own is crafting becomes a big part of this game. You level up your blacksmith, you can then craft gear that's more appropriate to your level if you didn't pick up any gear on your own that seems to fit your need. So one of the things that I ran into as I was getting higher and higher level is that in order to craft higher level gear, you need something called reusable parts. And reusable parts you only get from low level gear. And low level gear sort of, obviously, when I say low level gear, I mean white items. And white items don't really even drop anymore when you're at higher levels. So, I ended up figuring out a way around that, but it was an interesting, I don't know, interesting thing that I ran into. I guess really not that interesting. It's a boring story. I don't know why I'm telling this story. We're going back to the old ruins with Leah, is that right? There we go.
Let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard. What of your father? I'm told he was a great warrior.
Deckard Cain. I'm 100,000 years old. Stay a while and listen.
Too low.
Diablo battle chest with the Reaper of Souls is $30, but the Rise of the Necromancer is $15, so it's $45 total to get everything, which is too bad.
People said she was a witch.
But it's still worth it in my opinion. All right.
Here's the key. Thank you.
There's something satisfying about seeing us all level up simultaneously.
I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close.
So one of the things I do need to get better at in this game is playing all the different classes. I've never played a monk, and I have. My main class that I play all the time is Wizard. Barbarian is usually the class that I would play in this type of game, but I actually found the Barbarian kind of boring in this game. Wizard's a lot of fun, and then when I picked up the game, when I started playing again last week, or a couple weeks ago, I did Demon Hunter for the first time. I had a blast, so I realized I really need to explore all the different combinations that this game has to offer. You haven't played Barbarian, Monk, or Witch Doctor. I'll admit, I've not played the Witch Doctor past like level 10, and I need to.
So this is where the star fell. My quarry must be near.
Co-op games my boyfriend and I like are sometimes a challenge to find. He loves Iliamo. I don't know what that word is, but is not a big fan of Overcooked. What's Iliamo? He loves shooty games. He loves shooty games like Diablo. Diablo's not a shooty game. What are you saying to me? I'm sorry. I'm not questioning you. I'm just questioning what you're saying. Wizard and Demon Hunter are your favorite? I think I like this Demon Hunter so much because it reminds me a bit of Wizard. Like when I think I had tried Demon Hunter way back and I didn't really like the way that started. I was like, oh man, you shoot so slowly when you start out. I just assumed that's what it was going to be like throughout the entire thing. Man, was I wrong, because in about another 5-ish, 7-ish levels, we're going to have Fan of Knives or Strafe or something. We're just going to be like rapid firing. We basically turn into John Wick. Alright? That's what I'm saying. Demon Hunter is John Wick the character.
We thought we could keep the dead trapped here. Akarat saved me.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, treasure goblin. Slow him down. Kill him. Damn you, treasure goblin! Come back here.
I need more hatred to do.
No! Damn you, treasure goblin! Yes! Alright, I've got some new gear. Okay. Looks good. There's certainly a lot of story that you can get into by reading tomes and stuff in this book. And it's all voice acted and stuff. It's nice. It's well done. It's a Blizzard game. But I've just done it so many times that I'm just rushing past all of it. I didn't switch the bow out for the one-handed crossbow. I mean, I could use this two-handed one, but it does less damage than my one-handed, than my crossbow. There we go. Now I feel like I'm doing some damage. Alright. We're going down here, yo. Event? Yeah. I sort of forgot that in co-op it gives you, like, prompts that you're about to start a cutscene. I feel like we're just wrecking. We're just wrecking.
My hatred is too low.
What's up, Head Cleaver? How's your Saturday? You're looking like you could eat some. You're looking a little bit thin.
It is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
Shut up, Deckard Cain.
Fallen star.
Alright, now I've got a new bow.
The sea locked the key.
And
Should not dismiss the sign so lightly.
now I think we get our blacksmith now, which would be great. Miriam unlocked? No, because we're doing seasonal characters, so everything we have to build up from scratch again.
Follow me.
For those that don't know, Miriam is the gem cutter that helps you do socketed jewels and rings and stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
Sorrow won't save your town, blacksmith.
I love it when the crew arrives and then everything's just dead.
My love, forgive me.
Hedrig, help me.
I do feel bad for his wife. Bleh.
Not enough hatred.
Couldn't have done.
As it happened.
I can help find this dude in a cemetery and the weeping
Level 8.
hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Alright, so hold up. Just gonna run back up here real quick. my god, they're rushing off without me. How dare they? Oh no, I guess, no, we don't get the blacksmith. That's my bad. We don't get him probably until we find his apprentice. Find his dead apprentice, I imagine. What other profession do they have? What other profession do they have? Does who have? Oh, so those wings are awesome! Are those the, oh my god! Those are so cool! That's, Mercy's wings, right?
I need more hatred to do that.
Here we go. I mean, besides blacksmithing? Okay, so that's... When I say blacksmithing, that's not like a profession that you choose as a character. There is a blacksmith in town that you eventually unlock. So besides the blacksmith, there's also Miriam, who is like the... well, I forget, is Miriam the enchanter lady, or is she the gem cutter lady? So there's the blacksmith, there's an enchanter lady, and there is a gem cutter lady. And the enchanter person is super useful because they allow you to select an item that you already have, and if you don't like a particular stat on that item, you can pay some money to re-roll that stat, and you get, basically, you can pick from 3 new stats, and then that item gets the new stat on it. And the item does become account bound at that point too, so you can't trade that item again. That the gem cutter was a guy? I thought it was a lady? I admit I've not paid that much attention. I could be totally wrong. Miriam is the woman. Shen is the gem cutter, and Shen's a creepy dude. Okay, my bad. So Miriam's the enchanter lady. Beyond those 3, like those are the main 3 that you use during like normal story. There's a bunch of other stuff added for adventure mode, like there's a thing that's very much like the Horadric Cube that you get from adventure mode. There's this daily quest system as well in adventure mode that's pretty rad, I gotta say. You basically do like 6 goals per act, and for every act that you complete all of the 6 goals in, you get this like chest that drops an insane amount of stuff. Where did he go? The treasure goblin just vanished, motherfucker. Oh, no, it says down there Mr. Seam killed the treasure goblin. I missed it. My bad. Mr. Seam was on it. Alright. So I'm going to spend a minute talking about my skills for a second, because for those of you that don't understand this game yet, you'll notice that I haven't really been selecting which skills I want to use as I level up. You just sort of get them, but what happens over time is you eventually unlock new skills that you can have in that slot instead. So instead of having Hungering Arrow here, I could have Entangling Shot. Or, I like Hungering Arrow, but you eventually unlock modifiers for those skills as well. So now my Hungering Arrow is going to have an increased Pierce chance. So, boom. Rapid Fire is amazingly good. I love rapid fire, so we're going to roll with rapid fire. Caltrops, smokescreen. I like caltrops. And then vault is what we just got. Vault's okay, but we'll eventually get something better to replace it. So now I've got rapid fire. Alright. I think we're ready to just, like, boogie out of here. Unless, do we still have to find... No. We just need to go to the cemetery. I thought the blacksmith's son was here, but I could be wrong. Not the blacksmith's son, the blacksmith apprentice. That's what I'm thinking of. So in this area, there's these 3 defiled crypts. We have to go into each one and find something. The annoying part is it seems the thing that we have to find is usually always in the last crypt that we check. It's just freaking machine gun crossbow here. Who's playing what? So I am a demon hunter. Ice Chang is a necromancer. Mr. Seam is... Yeah, Mr. Seam is the witch hunter, and Mifner, who's Skav here, is a monk. I like these events. They added these later in the game as well. Unicorn attack force with the 2 months. Woo, subversary.
My hatred is too low.
Woo!
Just a little longer.
Get wrecked. There's so many. There's so many. Oh, I thought we had to kill a certain amount. We just have to survive. Now we just have to kill the remaining. Okay, easy enough. Woo! Good job, y'all.
I have more control now.
Alright, let's look what we got. That's straight up way better. That's for wizard. That's better. And okay. Let's see, hide belt of focus. Intelligence based. I'm going to drop that for someone else. Okay. Let's boogie. Did you seriously get a monk headpiece with intelligence? That seems not super useful. Although I have crafted from the blacksmith, annoyingly enough, demon hunter gear with intelligence, which is also super not useful. Yeah, why? Like towards the end, towards the end of this game, if you want to get super min-maxy with the demon hunter anyway, I was wearing stuff that was like 15 levels lower than what I was, just because it had a stat on it that was like 18% increased damage to rapid fire and stuff like that. I was like, I couldn't justify ever getting rid of that. It's just too good. Out of here, electric imps.
Just my luck. The crown isn't even in this crypt.
Alright, so we finished this first dungeon, crypt, whatever. There's 2 more. The person's always in the last one. I feel like that's just the way this game sets it up. Where's the other 2? Am I crazy? It's down here? Ice String's making me jealous of his stuff. There's, let's see here, collection. I have my own wings. I'll equip those. I have the siege, StarCraft siege thing. I'll equip that. I'll put that on, and then that's fine. There we go. Anyone else build a zombie army for the Witch Doctor? It's so ridiculous. I mean, have you seen the like skeleton armies that you can get with the Necromancer? So I think that could go toe to toe with the Witch Doctor. Mr. Steam, did you die? I'm sorry if you died because I was looking at my wings. I wasn't being very helpful for a minute. You're kind of standing in all the zombies. We are playing not on normal mode either. We're playing on hard mode, which grants a 75% experience boost and 75% gold increase. Whoa! Get out of here! That's when the backflip move is very useful for the Demon Hunter, because you can just get the F out very quickly. I'm taking some hits, I'm getting low, but I'm fine. Oh god, let's get out.
I've become more formidable.
Okay. Yeah, you can play hardcore mode in this game as well, if you're so inclined. You have to check a box when you're first making the character, and they like warn you a couple of times, like, "Are you sure?" I'd say if you're doing hardcore mode on normal difficulty, you don't have a worry in the world. I didn't die a single time with the Demon Hunter during my story campaign with the Demon Hunter, and I was basically tanking in everything. I wasn't really even bothering to worry about damage I was taking. Normal difficulty is very easy. But if you're playing on anything beyond normal, hardcore gets a little bit more nerve-wracking.
My hatred is too low.
I'm not sure about these skeletal wings. A little bit gaudy. I do wish I had other wings. When you die in real life. That's oh god, oh god. Oh god, oh god.
I am well again.
Hey, orange helm. Alright. Leordric's Crown. You used to only get that from killing the king. Any of these better? Not wearing any wrists. That's better. Am I using a one-handed? No. So, okay. I'm going to take off these wings because they are distracting me. Unequip. But I will leave my StarCraft 2 guy around. Hey! Who is that? Ice String has that as well. Okay. Does everyone have the StarCraft 2 battle carrier? Battle cruiser? Battle cruiser operational. I can't do that accent. I want a battle cruiser. I believe you only get the battle cruiser if you pre-ordered StarCraft 2, or if you bought the StarCraft 2 like collector's edition. StarCraft 2 was a big deal for me, so I'm pretty sure I bought the collector's edition.
Not enough hatred.
Anyone else play WoW? I'm sure a lot of people here play WoW, but it's that type of thing where, like, say for me anyway, and everyone in Stumped, it's like that type of thing where, like, we won't play WoW for like a year, and we'll play WoW like hardcore for about a month, and we'll tell everyone, please play with us, join our guild, whatever, and then we stop playing after about a month. Okay, there we go. There is an exit stone, but we can just TP, honestly.
Go back.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't. It's good to work again.
Alright.
There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more.
There we go. Blacksmith. Salvage. Salvage. All of my stuff. Okay. Can you craft anything for me now? That would be better. Crossbow, two-handed, requires level 15.
I have.
Let's craft one of these. Yeah. And then, what am I missing? Some shoulders. I can't get shoulders yet, though, right? I think that's like a level 15 or 20 thing. Okay, we want to use the waypoint to go Cathedral Garden. Mr. Seam has like bat wings. It's gross looking. It's gross looking, Mr. Seam. I think I have those too. No, I don't. What do I have? I have the, is it the pennant? Yeah, I have like the skin pennant. Ugh. It's gross. Ice String has the Heroes of the Storm, I believe, portrait going on here. Okay, we all here? Let's go.
my wrath.
So one of the nice things with Demon Hunter is so that rapid fire move that I uses hatred, which is my yellow bar on the side. And I have hatred generators, like my left click move is a hatred generator. My caltrops are a hatred generator, I think. No, they just use discipline, but this generates hatred. Yeah, my Hungry Arrow. But beyond that, you eventually get better hatred generators, or you get ways like gear that will just generate hatred progressively over time. So you can eventually just use rapid fire for a very long time, or you can use, like I was mentioning, a move called Strafe, where you just use that non-stop. I'm sorry, did you just die? You straight up died. I don't like chakram. One of my moves is the bolo, which I don't really like. Yeah, there we go, bolas. I'm going to switch to that just to experiment, because I don't really ever give them a... Oh, chakram, yeah, chakram is one of the ones that I can get now. And then... Caltrop, Smokescreen. I want hook spikes, they increase the slowing, sounds good. Instantly restores 30 discipline, that's not that good. Companion's okay. Oh, that's right. Companion has a move that generates hatred. That's what I would use. That was my hatred generator. We're going to try bolas for a bit. It's going to be bad. Look at all this gold they've left me down here. Thank you for doing all the work for me. Okay. Oh, you killed a treasure goblin. That's why there was so much stuff down there. Alright. Here's the bolas. Throw down a bunch of caltrops.
I've become stronger.
There we go. Oh, I got Fan of Knives. I love Fan of Knives, y'all. What level are we now? Level 14. Cool. Who is this ghostly... Is that part of the Witch Doctor or the Necromancer? I'm betting the Necromancer? Yeah, there's like that spectral... big... beast thing. What is that? Necromancer. That's gross and awesome. That's your golem. Alright. Gargantuan C, though, since it belongs to the party member. What just happened? Well, that's gross. Quit being gross. Fan of Knives. So, even though I know that it's like, when it says Fan of Knives, it's meaning like you're fanning them out. Like you would fan out a deck of cards or something like that. I like to think that like this person is just a big fan, like they're appreciative of knives. I'm a fan of knives.
Maintain your incantations. You will soon.
And fan of knives. Oh, it's so good. Fan of knives is so good. Alright, now we're gonna get our first, like, NPC buddy.
Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I must kill the Skeleton King.
Then our aims align.
Our hatred is lasting a lot longer now, which is cool.
I need more discipline.
There we go. Yeah, I feel like Demon Hunter, it starts off a lot slower, and then you just get so fast towards the... Not even towards the end of the game. Towards, like, a third of the way into the game. Your character starts moving so much faster.
I am Cormac, warrior of the Templar Order.
Empty equipment
If it
slot.
is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way.
For what? Is it this helmet? Because I already have a helmet equipped. Oh, it's shoulders. Duh. Okay. Arcane is awful. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about wizards? Because I will say the arcane... The thing that looks like you're shooting a galaxy from the wizard, I think it's arcane something. It's one of my favorite moves in the game.
Magic bars our way, but the will of a Templar is stronger. You were a Templar, Jondar.
Jondar, how dare you? How dare you, Jondar?
The powers we serve will soon rule this world. Please forgive me. My vision was clouded by the
Yeah.
evil magic.
Just give me your loot.
Betrayal
Die already.
can never be forgiven.
Wagah. Yeah.
Thank you for your aid. I will go with you on your hunt for the skeleton.
Oh, arcane, sorry. You said elite adjectives. So by arcane, you meant the arcane elite enemies. Got it. And by saying arcane are the worst, you mean like they are the most annoying to deal with? Because I think that's true. Ooh! Thank you. Okay, while you guys deal with that, I'm gonna reveal what my amulet is here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Critical hit damage increased by 27%. Got thorns. Got extra money. It's pretty good. Ooh, money, money, money. Is my pet picking that up? Is my battlecruiser picking up my gold for me? I have Squirt's necklace. It's pretty common legendary. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Just like Leorgic's crown is one that you're basically guaranteed to get every run, if not twice. I usually get Leorgic's crown twice every run. Which makes it feel a lot less special.
You won't survive that
yeah, level 15. Damn. It just looks like a big wave of death coming in here. Darn, I need to hate you more. The fact that you're running off of hatred is a little bit strange to me. I don't know, any class that has dual bars like this is always a little bit dumb to me. I'll say this, Demon Hunter in particular, I feel like doesn't utilize its dual mana system that well, in my opinion. I use Hatred all the time. I use Discipline almost never. Me running out of Discipline almost never happens. So I have to ask, why even bother having a Discipline bar?
This burden is mine to bear. May death bring peace from your madness, Leoric.
Sup, Leoric?
You dare to bring the warmth of life into my tomb?
But they run out of hate, and then what? Well, I guess my thing is, like, why not have the disciplined attacks just be normal attacks? Like, I feel like that wouldn't give them a big OP advantage, because the disciplined attacks are not that good, in my opinion. And that's why all of the good attacks run off of Hatred, and then you just are left with Discipline. Ah, Wolfman, have a good day at work. Would someone out there in Chatland just mind telling me if the year in review video is public, if it went out and published correctly? Can you see it on YouTube? Otherwise, I need to do something. Isn't Discipline mainly utility, survivability? So if you do not push difficulty, you do not use it that much. So that might be true. Maybe I might be using those Discipline skills more frequently if I was at a much higher difficulty. But I don't know, I feel like core gameplay-wise, you could just balance it to the point where those Discipline skills are just normal attacks that don't rely on any kind of mana, and then you have Hatred attacks that do rely on your Hatred mana. I'm going to keep calling it mana, because that's all it is. It's live, it's there, thank you so much. Alright, it's first boss time. I remember this was the demo to the game, y'all. Before Diablo 3 released, you did like 3 or 4 of the missions that we just did, and then you did this final boss, and that was it. That was the demo. Bud, you are in trouble. I will say, I talked a lot about how easy normal mode is in this game. To put that in perspective, by some of the final bosses in normal mode, by the time I was at some of those final bosses, my Fan of Knives moves, I don't think Diablo, the final boss, I think I attacked him a little bit with Rapid Fire, and then I pressed Fan of Knives once on him, and that was it. That was the end of the fight. It lasted maybe 2 seconds. And there's the Orchic's crown yet again. Have you played Act 5? Yeah, I did actually.
At last, the crater.
Act 5 is the one with death, right? Am I correct about that? Because I just beat the game again about a week ago for the first time in a while.
You are the fire. Do you remember? I will take.
Mathiel is his name.
I found him.
No, man, your man. Tell me it is,
Go
of
then.
course.
Then I will see.
Okay. So, we've got some new stuff. That's better. That... Get more discipline. I'll switch that for now. That's better. This is going to be Leorgic's Crown Part 2. Cool. And then I'm going to salvage all of this stuff. I like that in Venture Mode there's actually a button that you can basically just say, salvage all.
Left my party, but my foes are weaker.
I can't salvage the starter item, I think. Boom. Okay. And then get rid of my starter item, man. Okay. Who was that? Ice Chain with the 1,000 bits. Thank you for letting us join. So happy to have you guys. Thank you for joining me. Drop some hype for Mr. Ice Chang. We're going to move on to the Fields of Misery. It's such a shame that the legendary effect is going to waste because you don't have any gems to put in the socket. I know. I mean, I would have an entire stash full of gems, but because this is seasonal, you start off with... You don't start off with your stash. What is the legendary effect on it? Oh, that's right. You get an increased chance of a gem dropping. Well, we'll probably get a gem soon. What's your favorite color gem stat-wise? I'm always a big fan of just the increased experience, which is what, diamond, I think? Is that diamond? Or is that red? Ruby. Maybe it's ruby. Diamond's the one that allows you increased... what am I trying to say? Diamond gives you increase to what you're immune against. Why can't I think of the word? Resistances. Thank you. Alright, there is a tunnel there that we should do, but tell you what, y'all, I'm going to TP back to town for just a second. And give me like 4 minutes, and I'll leave this screen on here, and yeah, I'll be right back, y'all. Where's my shoes? Yo. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? See, Mr. Ice Chang went to town to craft something, and then it looked like... Has he left the party? Let's beat this game without Ash. Alright, well... Alright, I guess we are rolling, just the three of us now? Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Hey Ash, have you guys heard of the new Civ 6 update that's coming out? Is that the new expansion? Civ BE? I don't know. I don't think I've heard of that. Has natural disasters. Say what? It's an expansion, sorry. Oh. I mean, I think that... I thought there was one that came out around Stumpmas. I know Rick was talking about. But maybe it was just that it was announced around Stumpmas. That could be it. That I could be totally mistaken about that. But yeah, I vaguely... The natural disasters thing rings a bell. Does the face cam look blurry? It's totally blurry, oh my god. Yo, camera. There we go. That should be better. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. I'm still using the bolos, I just realized. The bolos are garbage. Alright, let's switch up our skills real quick. Okay. Hungry and arrow, puncture. We could roll with grenade shot for a bit. Rapid fire for sure. Caltrops. But Caltrops with jagged spikes is the best one in my opinion. Vault, action shot. Alright, that all looks good. And then, is it... Whenever you use Vault, gain 60% movement speed, enemies hit by hatred is slowed, your maximum hatred is increased by 25. Yeah, I think that's the one for sure. Okay, let's go. that's silly about grenade is that it doesn't even look like I'm using my crossbow, which is like the whole point of my primary attack. Ooh, is that you would think it would be using the crossbow, but it's not. It's as if I'm like, what am I doing? Woo! Alright. Crossbow plus grenade equals sticking a grenade into the guard's head and then chasing after you. What? There's loots. There's loots. There's loots. There's loots. 73 degrees Fahrenheit where you are. K-lightning. I either want it to be that temperature or I want it to be snowing. Because where I'm at right now, it's so cold that it should be snowing, but it's not. It's just cold. Okay. Let's go. Oh, hey there, Moon Clan. Y'all, can we talk about Anthem for a little bit? Can I just gush about Anthem? So, the reason I'm bringing Anthem up is that they have claimed numerous times that it has a Diablo-esque loot system. So first, I'm curious what you all think that means. Because to me, a Diablo-esque loot system means first, there's gear that has different stats on it, and it's randomized a bit. But also, in my opinion, a Diablo-esque loot system means that you're getting loot at a pretty consistent rate. That, like, it doesn't take you forever to get that first blue, or that first yellow, or that first orange. By the time you're even, like, 10% into the game, you've experienced some of that.
I could get accustomed
and I feel like that part is the part that some games don't get. They have, like, the randomized stats, but it takes you such a grind to even get a good piece of loot. Lunar, are you saying that a Diablo-esque loot system just means that enemies drop gear? Because, no, I hope that's not what people think. I hope that's not what this developer thinks a Diablo-esque loot system means. For the most part, I think most subscribe to that first view. The Diablo-esque loot system means that it's gear that has some stats on it that are randomized. But I think that second part, where you're getting rare-ish gear at a pretty consistent rate, that's the part that a lot of developers fail on, and they like force you to grind for a really long time to get that good piece of gear. And that's just not that fun. So I'm hoping that Anthem isn't a grind. I guess is where I've made it. Too many items? See, I love that. I love too many items. As long as there is a mechanic in the game like a blacksmith where you can just like get rewarded for having those items anyway because you are breaking down those items into components. Ooh, treasure goblin. Where's he at? Up here. Cool, 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 cool. Let's go. Let's get him. Yes. Alright, Khazra-den. I kind of bet Anthem is going to be a grind. I mean, I bet you're right, because it is meant to be this game as a service, which means they're going to add on to it, and it's going to be sort of public world, public quest thing. But at the same time, I'm hoping that it's not going to be as much of a grind as something like Destiny, for example, because they have claimed anyway that there's zero plans for PvP. And PvP is, like, in my opinion, the main motivator to have those grinds, you know? That you don't want to give your player base easy access to all of the really good items, because then that means that PvP is going to be broken. But if you don't have PvP, then why limit your player base? Let your player base have fun. Okay. Take the sword back to Cain. Let's go.
I am returning to town. I have the sword.
Uncle Deckard.
I have.
Craft. Alright. Just going through my gear here real quick.
Magda's aware.
The Nephilim were ancient humans with fantastic powers. Legend holds that they waged a terrible battle near the temple.
Okay.
And that their ghosts.
And then we're going to salvage all of this. Okay. And can I forge anything that's better than what I'm using right now? You. You. Not you. You. Now let's look at weapons. Crossbow. Maybe. Let's look at one-handed crossbows with a quiver, maybe. Hand crossbow. No, that's not going to be as good. Okay. Yeah. Salvage. Okay. Now, we are going to the Drowned Temple. Let's go, Fields of Misery. PvP is always broken in PvE games, and I think that it's the wrong focus. If you build a game that is built around co-op and you continue to add on to it, there's a larger player base there that is interested in that than there is a player base that's interested in PvP and grinding for PvP. Obviously, that's game specific, like you could definitely argue that there is huge player bases in Overwatch and whatnot, but I just feel like the PvE is a more casual audience, and there is a larger audience for casual games than there is for hardcore games.
She's just a farmer's daughter, Sasha, but she has a relic that the thieves are after.
Losing my patience, wench.
My sweet love will save me.
Release the girl.
Fine.
You love the fact that Anthem is going to be mainly PvE. I'm sick of forced PvP games. I am too, man. And I'm sick of games that start off in a PvE way and then eventually sort of try to convince you to do PvP. So Destiny being my primary example of that. Destiny has a fairly polished story. I won't say it's a very good story, but it's polished. There's good voice acting, there's big cinematics, there's big crazy things that happen. It almost, like, it reminds me sort of like a Borderlands-esque events that you're doing. But the story lasts, what, like 4 hours? Like, it's a pretty short story. And then the only thing that's left to do is the PvP. And the game tries to convince you to do it a lot.
Do I look like the marrying kind to you? By the way, my name is Lyndon.
What the tomes say of Alaric and this temple is not encouraging. You must be Alaric the No.
Yet another myth. Follow me. I will raise the bridge that you may pass. Seek 2 tombs in the woods beyond. The warrior's rest and the crypt of the ancients. Within them.
Destiny was very short story, and then it's just raids and PvP. Yeah. Which I never did either of. Even though I had friends that started clans or whatever in Destiny, I just couldn't ever be bothered to care, because at the end of the day, it's like, I didn't think its PvP was the part that I liked about it. Like, if I'm gonna play, and I'm usually not that interested in games like that, but if I'm gonna play a game that involves team versus team stuff, it's probably gonna be Overwatch. It's probably gonna be a Battle Royale-esque game like PUBG. Like, I just don't think Destiny's PvP is, at the end of the day, that good. It wasn't the part that you... There we go. Fan of knives takes care of it. I'm a fan of knives. Hey y'all, I'm a fan of knives.
Sweet revenge.
I love that. Alright. Anything else down here? Alright.
What do you miss?
It's such an open and beautiful city. It thrives on trade and new ideas. There was always something.
Fan of knives is the best AoE. Number 1 knife fan here. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's the other one.
That was just a taste.
Asher, you're 1 level behind everyone? Am I? Oh, I'm only like half a bar away from it, though. I did go to the bathroom, so I imagine while I was there, everyone else leveled up mildly without me. the monsters. We only killed a couple of thousands. Monsters. All of you. Leveling up without me. Oh, so Mr. Seam, your wings are still weird.
I feel more powerful.
The temple is open.
Alright, let's go. Drown Temple. Yes, Strafe. Strafe OP for the win. I'm John Wick now, y'all. I'm John Wick. Just so that we're clear. As soon as we get my bird companion person, I'll have all my favorite moves.
Your strength rivals.
The nose and no matter. Your mother will soon tear your face through the wall.
The shard is mine. Fill this temple with their blood.
They didn't fill this temple with my blood.
Do you mean my mother will share my fate? Could my mother be alive
Dante
after
Wick.
all these years?
She's trying to distract you. Don't listen to her.
This fight was too easy. She's toying with us. We must get back to Uncle Decker.
Worldstone has been changed. Our children are born
Alright,
weak
we're taking this
and
back.
suffer short lives. The demon Nereza promised to restore their power, but instead turned them into misshapen creatures and sent them to war against us. We may die, but not before she is sent back to the burning.
Magda is closer.
Alright, we're gonna go in there in a second, but first let's look at our gear. Okay. Let's go. I guess I should salvage all of this. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Do we go in here? No? No. Where are we supposed to go? Talk to the ferryman. Oh, are we going to Act 2? No, we're not going to Act 2, are we?
Oh, there she goes again.
I was thinking.
No, no, no. We're not done with this act yet. Travel to Wortham.
I must go to work.
I will take you. But
Y'all, who's excited for John Wick 3?
I'm still waiting.
I'll say that
There's cultists everywhere.
I think most people would agree that's John Wick 1 was a movie that no one really had much expectations of. And I feel like it's on a similar path that Fast and the Furious was, where it's like they have become more than what they originally were.
My family's hiding in the chapel with the rest of the townsfolk. We must get to them.
Don't run off! You'll get yourself killed!
Never seen any of them?
Fools, you cannot
Well,
keep the sword from
okay.
me.
If you like
My son
action
will
movies
burn
of any
this
nature,
town.
I feel like it's a good all-around action movie. And I genuinely think that the second one does a very good job of being a sequel.
There's something coming.
And this third one looks like they have decided to just go along and be the craziest version of itself that it can be. There was a scene where John Wick was being chased on a motorcycle by a bunch of other people on motorcycles, and they all had katanas. I can't wait to see what that was about. There was a scene where John Wick was shooting people while he was riding back on a horse. Venom knives for sure. Alright, stop saying new. That's one of my most annoying grievances of this. Stop it. I don't care. Stop saying new. I don't care. Vault. Click on each one of these. You have to stop saying new. Please. Please. And then grenade. We're going to go back to Hungry and Arrow, but first, everything that says new needs to stop. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's one last thing. You. City aim. Increased damage to slowed enemies. Your primary skills, additional 4 hatred. That seems good. We always need more hatred. Okay, we're going downstairs.
Damn, it's not here.
While you were on your hero's errand here, I captured all 3 sword pieces and your friend.
Yeah.
I should have known. I must get back to Kane's house.
I must get back to Kane's house. Alright. So, Kane died, for those that,
don't know.
I'll be fine. I hope you will be as well, with time.
Enter the caverns of doo-doo-doo. Where is that? It's above Wortham. Oh. Natural causes, or did a lightning bolt hit him? Magda was a jerk. Magda was a jerk. The caverns of doo-doo-doo. I mean, I feel like you don't need more detail than that. If you do, then what are you doing? Get out of here, spiders. Milfner, if you're listening, he's warning, going up against spiders now if anyone dislikes that. It's funny because I used to have a buddy that he would legit be horrified whenever we would go up against the spiders in Diablo 2. Like, he has a big sensitivity to spiders. Hates them. Arachnophobia. Yeah, I mean, like, there's arachnophobia, and then there's what my buddy has. Like, to put in perspective, there was one time a small spider on my buddy's bedroom ceiling, and he didn't want to risk, like, throwing something at it to try to kill it because it might just get knocked down and then he wouldn't know where it was. So, instead, he lined his entire floor with shoe boxes, and then used a broom to try to brush it down off the ceiling so that he would know where it would fall, put it in the shoebox, and then take that shoebox outside. Or kill it, or something, I don't know. But the fact that he would go to that extreme is pretty ridiculous. At the same time, like, I can't give him that much crap because I have an extreme phobia of bees. I hate bees. Bees are the worst. I would do the same thing. See, me and spiders are bros. Like, we get along. But bees make honey? Like, I'm okay with honey. I'm not okay with bees, though. I'm definitely not okay with bees being up in my face. Or anywhere on my property. We had yellow jackets, y'all. Did Jasmine tell you about this? Jasmine found some yellow jacket nests in our yard. I was not okay with that. We hired a guy to dig them all out. Get rid of them. Vampire bees. Excuse me? I should stick with the group. Get your gosh darn beehives off my lawn! Exactly. You know what I'm saying, Darkslayer. Yellow jackets can die in a hole. They live in a hole. It's the problem. Yeah. Ooh, there's a challenge here, nerds. Let's do it. Come on, we need to kill 100. 83, 85. Yes!
I feel more powerful.
Heck yeah. That's better, for sure. That's, yeah. And we've got a couple sockets now. Which one do I want to put in my helmet to get more of? I guess the amethyst for right now, because I definitely don't care about intelligence. So right now we're going to go with the amethyst. Boom. And then we'll get more amethysts because of, what just happened? Oh my god! That is a ridiculous move.
My mistress has accepted me. Come close and feel her loving embrace.
Loving appears to be a relative term here.
Alright, time to fight the Spider Queen.
Please help me. It's horrible. She sucks the innards from the victims.
Stop having a bunch of corpses fall on her, it's rude.
I hear her. The Spider Queen is coming.
Hi, Spider Queen, I'm Ash. Where's she at? Where's she at? Yeah, I really like that passive move that I have that gives me a lot more hatred every time I pick up a health globe. That's a really good one. Let's go.
Need more time.
Just die already. Pool of Venom. Coolio. And so she becomes the Enchantress lady, I think. But she also could not walk any slower. There we go.
It was terrible.
Alright. So my current plan on this stream is just to finish Act 1. I think we're close. I think we can probably do it in the next half hour. So I think we're going to get to completing Act 1, and that's probably where we're going to call it. I am excited for this season, though. I want to get the gear that you get for this season, because it seems crazy. The zombie tower move, what is that move? What is that?
Not ready yet.
Zombie charger, the rune. Okay, got it. My babies. Your babies! Aw, you precious boys. Can I replace this yet with companion that has instantly gain hatred? So I need to be level 29 for that. Master of Death. I'll keep on going with this. Walk into the club like... What level are we now, by the way? 21? I need to be 29, I think I said? I can make chickens? Excuse me? Excuse me? You can make chickens? Where are these chickens? Wait, did I just hear one? Oh, look at him! Oh, is polymorphing? You're polymorphing him. Okay. Polymorph equal chickens in any game ever. It's true! Like, polymorph, you'd assume you could, like, morph them into whatever you want, but it's always chickens. Gasp, they killed Jazz. I'll say, whenever I think polymorph now, I'm always reminded of Divinity Original Sin 2. I know that polymorph exists in like a bajillion games, but Jasmine used polymorph quite a bit in Original Sin 2. And polymorph combined with ruptured arteries, I think is the move, was insanely OP. It's how we killed the final boss in the game. I mean, that combined with Los doing an stupid amount of damage to the boss.
Bleed, you filth!
You know, sometimes in Diablo 3 I often question whether or not we are the bad guys. Because this is a cave that we don't necessarily have to go into. This is this Moon Clan's home. And we are invading it. And we're killing everyone in their own home. You look like you spin like a top when you use strafe. I know. It's my John Wick move. I'm just quit it with your tower of zombies. Your babies. How far does this go? Okay. You're dead, you super hatchling.
Need more time.
Well, I actually got a lot of stuff pretty quick. Oh, yeah. I mean, you level up so fast in this game now. We started this character just a couple hours ago, and I'm already level 22, so it's ridiculous. Alright, there's a lot of loot that we just got here. That's better. That seems good. Yeah. I can't use a quiver with this, right? No. Okay. Let's go. What'd you miss? You missed Mr. Seam's babies. And discussions around Anthem. And discussions around why Yellow Jackets are the worst. And those are the big main things. A Lot the Destroyer. That's a pretty good rap name, if I'm going to be honest. If you're going on tour, you saw someone named A Lot the Destroyer, I'd go to that show. It seems like a pretty good stage name. What does he destroy? Nothing. We must possess the staff. Alright, where's the Khazra staff? Oh, it's way over there. I'm just gonna make a beeline to it. Well, howdy, Mr. Dunk. How you doing? Everyone say hi to our favorite robot.
I'm overburdened.
I'm overburdened. Crap. Okay, hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm going back to town. You sons of...
I'm still waiting.
Okay.
I am returning to town.
Boom. You. Craft. Salvage. All of you. Boom. is better. Okay. Swap that, and bam. Okay. Let's go. Come on. Alright. Mr. Seam. Stop showing off your babies. Alright, so I actually sort of forget how long Act 1 is, but I think we're getting close to it. But once we get to the end of Act 1, that's probably where I'm going to call it. I'm interested in when... do I have to complete the entire campaign with this season character to get that ring? Was that a reward? Because I thought that you sort of got the ring when you start the character, but I didn't see it. But there is a special ring for Season 16 that makes it so that you need less set items to get the set bonus, which seems really good. Hobbit Katie! Hobbit Katie's going into lurk mode, y'all. Have fun, Hobbit Katie. I think it's a buff that's just there. You don't need to equip the ring. Okay. Good to know. I messed that up.
That thing must die.
Duncan and Hobbit Kitty, are you guys talking about farm together? Is that what's going on right now? As you need to make a new character every season. Perhaps. Okay. Need to find Leoric's Manor Courtyard, which is going to be just up here. What do you nerds want?
You beasts! Let none touch me!
Alright. Heck yeah, man. Just wrecking face.
Is there no end to this depravity? I've become more formidable.
Ooh, I'm running out of hatred. Give me these health globes. Get dead already! Jeez. Didn't even drop that much. Silva, have a good rest of your Saturday. We are finding Leoric's Manor. Here it is. Dread the Unforgiven. That's not even a name, that's just a sentence. Dread the Unforgiven. Oh, there's a lot of guys, damn. Amethyst. It's a title due to elite status of abilities. No, I get that. I'm just saying. First of all, the name Dread is a weird name. The Unforgiven. This is more Dread is the weird part. Dread's a weird name. Oh, we're gonna kill the butcher, y'all. We are gonna kill this butcher. I miss that in Diablo 2 you used to say something dumb like grind your bones to make his bread or something like that. Diablo 3, I don't think he has any kind of like funny catchline like that. I miss that. The butcher's surprisingly easy. I mean, all the bosses are pretty easy. Everything in this game is pretty easy unless you play on a higher difficulty. Like F-Man, I think Diablo himself. It's one of the easier bosses in the game. If I'm legit, the hardest enemies in the game, or the hardest like fights in the game, are the elite enemies, not the bosses themselves. The groups, the gaggles of elite enemies, oof. Those ones you'll die to way more frequently than the bosses. Diablo just takes a while because of his Nightmare crud. I mean, again, it depends on which difficulty you're playing at. On normal difficulty, I was able to kill him in about 2 seconds with a little bit of rapid fire, and then I pressed Fan of Knives once, and then he just died. I was a little bit like disappointed. I was like really waiting for like a fight, but my character was just so OP that it was just like press Fan of Knives, and then there's the quest completed screen. And, I mean, part of that is that this character should be less OP than my previous character because my previous character had the ability of having the blacksmith and having all of my previous loot and previous money so that I could just, I could provide that character all the best loot right from the start. Mathiel doesn't get hard until Expert, in which his damage is ridiculous, plus more death clouds. I fight Mathiel on Master, and he's not too bad. Yeah, I still have not gone past. I think Expert is what I'm. Oh, whoa! That was a treasure goblin. My bad. I still have not really gone past Expert. Difficult. Right now we're playing on hard. But I was playing on expert in adventure mode on my other character. But yeah, once... Like, I've never really gone Paragon. I've never really done a lot of the high-end stuff in this game. I've just played this game a lot on a bunch of different tunes. But I haven't really explored the super high upper echelons that you can get. Price has. I know Price has gone, like, super crazy Paragon. Torment is not a good idea. So what's the objective of this game? Essentially, we are warriors killing Diablo's minions. Diablo has taken over the world, and we're fighting his minions back. That's about it. That's the main story of the game anyway. The actual point of the game is to just kill demons, get better loot. There's a lot of fun to be had with like min-maxing the stats of the loot so that your abilities do ridiculously more damage. There's a lot of fun to be had with the way the loot works in this game. And right now we're playing the new season, and seasonal characters are different because you essentially start the game from zero. Whenever you play a normal character, you have the benefit of having like a shared chest so you could trade items between your characters. With seasonal characters, you don't get any of that. You start from a blank slate. So that's part of the challenge, but that's also part of the fun. Because with this season, there is some benefits, some bonuses. There's some cool stuff to be had if we get set items. We can get set bonuses with less requirements in this season. Plus, when you complete a season, you're basically given a free set of armor. And you're given a couple other bonuses as well. Like, there's these really freaking cool wings that I want. They're just like butterfly wings. They look silly, but they look awesome. Alright, so there's some prisoners we need to free. Let's find them. None of them are over here.
My guards, there is someone amongst us.
There's the butcher.
Harshly.
Thank you, gods.
Alright, there should just be one more prisoner.
This will be interesting.
Oh, someone got the sixth prisoner. That was probably Mr. Scene. So now we should be killing the warden. He's going to be right here. Perfect.
Am I alone here? Must I do this myself? So be it. Face me, and repent your crime.
Ow. What's your favorite act to play? That's a good question. I mean, I'm a big fan of Act 1. I just think the cathedral in general reminds me a lot of Diablo 2. I love Diablo 2.
My lord, the prisoner is ready, as requested.
Act 2, I believe, is more deserty, just like in Diablo 2, and I sort of hated the desert in Diablo 2, and therefore I'm a little bit biased against Act 2 in this game. That said, the most fun that I have in this game is in the later acts, not necessarily because of the acts themselves, but more just because that's when you start feeling like more of a badass. When your moves and your gear is so good that you press a button and everything dies. That's when the game just becomes a real spectacle. And we're starting to get to that point. My fan of knives is starting to kill things at a better rate. Search for the Chamber of Suffering. Why would I want to go to this Chamber of Suffering, though? Maybe they have, like, a real good breakfast burritos in those chambers? In the Chamber of Suffering? Like, is it, like... I'm now just imagining, like, a Mexican hole-in-the-wall restaurant that's named itself the Chamber of Suffering. Like, can you picture that? Like, would you go there? Because I think everyone would know that if you eat their food, you're gonna be sitting on the Chamber of Suffering for a while. Ow! I will say, in hard difficulty, I still have no fear of dying, but you do have to at least manage your health a little bit better. I'm using my Q potion more than I ever would in normal difficulty. Come out of the fire. There you go. There we go. And a hell. I'm curious what we got. Broken Crown. Am I crazy, or is this the same as the Yardrick's Crown? It's got the same benefit to it. Yeah, just seems like the Yardrick's Crown. Okay. Let's go back. Mr. Team! Your children! Your children are a problem. Ash, don't forget about the gem slots. I always overlook those on accident. No, I won't forget. In fact, do I have a gem that I want to use in it right now? Here, let's put the Broken Crown in, but let's put a diamond in there. Yeah. Material, what up? Let's talk to you. Keep that. Let's go over to you. Boom, boom. Okay. Material.
We can do.
I have called.
Talk to the caravan leader. I think this is it. I think this is Act 2. We've got Book of Cain. I do not yet have the lady that can do gem crafting for me, do I? That's too bad. Alright.
My friend, shall we depart to Chaldea?
Oh, yo! So, this is season 16. Season 16 of Diablo 3. We went through all of Act 1 in today's stream. I'm excited to go through the entire season. I probably won't. I'll be honest with y'all. I won't be doing the entire season on stream. I'll let this cutscene play while I talk. But I am excited to do this season just because it's the first season that has a bunch of gear that I really want. It's all just gear that makes an already easy and OP game even more crazy and OP and easy. So, yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I'm curious, does anyone in chat have this game on Switch? And if so, how do you like it? Because I'm curious about getting it on Switch. Switch is something, like, I could see myself playing this a lot whenever I travel on Switch. I think that would be a lot of fun. Bam. Okay, y'all. So, I think that's where I'm going to call it at the end of this stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you to the subs that popped in and played with me. That was a lot of fun. We ended this thing getting to Act 2, getting to level 27. I'm only a couple of levels away from having my companion move that allows me to generate hatred, and once we have that, things get nuts as well. Boom. So, with that, I want to first thank our amazing moderators that that helped keep chat awesome, that helped keep our community awesome. We have the best moderators in the world. Drop that mod love. I also want to thank you guys that subbed, resubbed, and dropped bits. You guys help us do what we do. And I also want to remind folks to join our amazing Discord if you're not already. We have an amazing Discord, a great community, and I'll also mention that during days when we end up not being able to stream, it doesn't happen every time, but people oftentimes will organize like a no sub or no stream day. Let's play some Overwatch. Let's play some Doodle Drop something. They do some fun stuff in there. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to join our Discord. It's great. like always, I think I want to pass the love on to someone. We're going to raid somebody. So, let's see who's streaming right now that I might like to raid. Colty is doing some Dragon Age Inquisition, so I think we're going to hit up Colty Bear. Bam. Raid Colty Bear. Alright, y'all. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. I'm probably not going to be streaming tomorrow, and there's no one else from Stumped available, so that just means a no stream day. But I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend regardless, and be sure to check back later in the week for more streams. Alright, y'all. Catch y'all next time. Bye!